19, 15 and 13 though on the road. They'll be led by the veteran Patrick Beverly. Paul would be there in Boston.
Well, in a day and age where the Houston Rockets are going really strong, they will blend in.
Rubio drops it off for the easy. Can't connect on the mid-range.
A lot of the worry with Beverly guarding you is more so your lower extremity. You're worried about him really getting up under you. It will keep them in the game.
They ran rough shot over the upstart Memphis. His eight
wants to do is make him shoot over the top.
Leonard a little loose with the basketball. Beverly teeing up the three and able to knock it down. 3 seasons, EJ really improved his three-point shooting, where he is no longer that three-point shooting. Lake is Ricky Rui 3.
A game like he had in Utah can propel him on a good run.
As we all know, those are big hands. Rubio up top to DA, who hammers it down.
DeAndre Ayton can get away from Harold. Nothing he can do.
Booker defending on Leonard.
Drive, too. It's just uncanny. He's a machine.
Here's a drive again inside for Ayton. In the last meeting, which was just his second game back. As Harold had it for a moment, then taps it over to Moore. He struggled with his shooting since arriving here in LA.
Well, here's why. He doesn't get the shots he got. He's not getting the shot
on it. Deflected down to 3 on the shot clock. Morris Sr. on the drive. Ayton with the speeds it across to Elia Kobo, who also comes off the bench. Deep 3 on the way from Buck, and loads it up. We're able to get the switch with Shaman on him. Had the defender up in his air, swings it out to Cam Johnson, and we talked about Bridges. You can see shading Leonard, pushing him to his left. And Suns won't feel sorry for anybody.
Thank you. So what about getting on a nice little run here and giving yourself some hope?
A little bit like a Patrick Beverly is. This is the guy that is just going to bring you high energy, constant movement, so you've always got to check him on both ends of the floor. And Dario Saric.
Suns have to improve on this league. You know the Clippers will get hot.
Good turnaround of DA.
Harold can push him around, push him off his spot, but once he gets it, nothing.
Harold coming right back.
He can flat out shoot it.
Shaman on the drive, and Ayton says, no. Well, he's averaging nearly 2 blocks per game in 5 of the last 8. Shaman can sees that one spin out. Reggie Jackson going to take his hand into 3, and Monty Williams with that. Chief veteran Tom Washington along with Curtis Blair and Natalie Sago. Henry Shaman, another look, and another 3-point hit. Booker back on the floor, feeds the entry pass inside to Saric, and Dario looked initially like he was going to go with a reverse.
Yeah, which he should have done.
Bridges runs the floor. Won't miss that one right at the rim. Much needed bucket there for the Suns, who had missed 6 straight.
And the Suns got to recognize one thing here, right? The Clippers are...
Here is Morris on the pull-up. Hot from deep. They were 3 of 5, but they have misfired on their last 8 from long range. Morris will not misfire. Under 6 to go here in the first half. Rubio on the feed inside. Ayton wheels and drops.
That is the Clippers' weak point. Inside defensively.
The Suns have struggled from the field so far in this second quarter.
And make them open shots, because they're not going to get many against this stingy defense.
Yeah, so number 3 defense in the league as Paul George is led by as many as 11. Book with a pull-up, comes up short. Rebound tap back to Bridges, and McHale goes on the attack. Here's Morris feeding it inside. Is Leonard able to muscle it away from Bridges? Zubats rattles it in.
Instead of not trying to force anything.
He averages not quite 5.5 assists per game. Bridges gets another wide open look and drops down a good start from McHale, 7 points. Zubats rolls and hammers it down. Push from behind. Here comes Morris to Leonard. Kicks it out to Beverly. Sets, fires, and connects. Ward swings it around in the corner. Under 2 to go here. Touch pass. George lets it go. And pulled
above the special player he is already.
Book on the drive, feeds it into the corner for Cam Johnson, and the rookie connects. Down, Book 3 of 12, 8 points, 4 assists.
That's too easy. I mean, you allow
it. How flat that shot remains on a consistent basis.
He's perfected it. I mean, he's without a doubt, he's put rim and fallen down, although he did do that last year against Philadelphia. But for the most part, not going to happen. He normally makes his
Clippers 3-ball here in the second half. But what Willie Green really liked from his team is the movement. He saw both the ball movement and the player movement.
Monty really wants them to build on.
Unfortunately, the Suns having to get it done tonight without the services of Kelly Oubre, but DeAndre Leonard with a pull-up, got it.
Down in the ball.
Rips it away. Plenty of time here for the Suns. Now it's down to 5. Ayton with a pretty feed over the
right to the rim.
Well, the Suns managed to beat up the Jazz in the paint. They're doing the same here tonight against the Clippers. George trying to throw himself into the defender, kicks it out to Beverly, and Beverly connecting on and through. Suns throw it away. George up ahead. Leonard runs the floor right back to him.
Between 3 white jerseys.
Boy, those are the 50-50 balls the Suns cannot afford to give up, and they oftentimes. The Suns need some offense. Ellie on the drive. Up and in with a. Williams working off of that screen by Harold, and Harold bodies it up. Kobo on the drive and kick. Page bumps.
Yeah, Ellie got turned back in the game.
Suns looking for the 2-for-1. Cam on the catch, runs it up, gets the roll.
Smart move.
Not close the gap as much as they would have liked.
This has been a winnable game for the Suns. I mean, it really is. It's still there.
His backups as Bridges remains on the floor. Runs it up ahead to Cam Johnson, and Cam has that
inside.
Jackson, tough drive.
Yeah,
Harold cut off there nicely by DA. Now to 5 on a shot clock. Jackson raising up for 3 on the other side.
Right, and a lot of pressure on Cam, but hey, that's why you're here, young fellas.
Suns have missed their last 9 3 on the Clippers in the first meeting way back in late October. Scored just 99 there in LA in December as Jackson on the confidence. But he is going to stop and get him 18. You can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges, a must-need 3 points per game, and they're not off that mark by much this year. George to Harold, rolls to the bucket.
Shooting in the gym by himself.
Booker working past Leonard, gets inside left hand. Gets the roll. Carter thought about the 3, tapped back by Booker, and lets it fly. Shot clock down to 6. George in heavy traffic somehow manages to get loud at 115. Rubio on the drive, fading, and soft featherish in the league is Booker. Boy, Book just can't find the range as Bridges fighting it off. Grabs the rebound, out to Rubio. Back and forth they go. Morris has to take the contested 3, rattles it in. You can see it's just killing him not being on the floor tonight. Cam Johnson, catch and shoot, rips it from deep.
Right, the grill of Montrezl Harrell.
8-point game. Suns picking up from full court. Ayton playing the passing lane. Just missed the steal.
Okay.
Booker with Harrell on him. Book drops it off to DA. Quick slam. You know, they had to earn this one tonight. The Suns, shorthanded again, had an early 11-point lead, but just not quite enough firepower in the second half. As the Clippers with 14 threes to the Suns.